Hello, all you beautiful people, past, present, yes, I messed up my intro. Let's try it again. Hello, all you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, and for those in the future, welcome back to Dot Actor You. But this is going to be a continuation of what we were doing prior. I know it says that big old number 50 hours of grinding levels in the first ever dungeon. Oh, before I forget, I already forgot that I had some music playing. I gotta find, here we go. There's the music background. I don't know if you all can hear. At the very least, we got some tunes, because I don't think you want to hear the dungeon theme, like, over and over again. So, let's go! So we're gonna do 2 levels here today, so I would say it's gonna be a good 5-ish hour stream. You know, if we play our cards right. Because each level is about 2.5 hours, give or take. Dun. Alright, so we're starting off with 12 experience, which is good, you know, just giving us a little bit of a head start here. And I came prepared this time with something to drink. I got myself a protein shake nearby, so that way I keep my energy up a little bit as we're doing this. Boom. It is such a shame that we don't really have too many ways of earning extra experience, but hey, what can we do? Hey Jay, how's it going? I am doing fine. How about yourself? Your day is going great. That is great to hear. It's good to have you here. We're doing a couple more levels in this level grinding challenge we got going on here. We're at 31 right now. Our goal right now is to get to level 33. We're a little over halfway done the challenge, and it's taken a long time, mostly because, well, I've mostly been doing other things, streaming wise and video wise. So I've really got too much chance to actually grind a couple of levels, but luckily for us, we just need 19 more levels. Hey Knights, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I can't even speak. How is it going? I hope everything's going well with you too, Knight. Welcome. We're just doing a little bit of level grinding. We're doing a little bit of a challenge here. So far, we got 50 hours into this challenge. We need 18,000 experience, and we need to defeat 6,000 plus enemies. Oh boy. Oh, get over here. No, that is if these goblins don't start running for me. Yeah, hi everyone. Hello everybody. Do a little bit of level grinding. It's good. I'm doing good. Just got back from Comic-Con. Ooh, how was it? How'd you enjoy Comic-Con? You get a whole bunch of souvenirs. You do a little cosplaying. You know, you have yourself a good time. I mean, I really do want to go to a Comic-Con one day. Because I've never actually been to a Comic-Con. I've been to a Renfest, and I've been to other smaller conventions, but never a Comic-Con. Which is kind of strange, because you would think I would have gone to one at this point, but I mean, it always looks so exciting. Maybe a bit noisy for my taste, but it looks very fun. Everything that goes on there, the different cosplayers and like the booths that are around. You know, it definitely sounds like a fun time, and I hope you had a fun time at Comic-Con. We are almost hitting that max damage cap of 9999. It was expensive, but fun. A lot of the best things are expensive. But hey, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters. Because it's also the experience of it, you know? It's not every day you get to go and just let loose, have fun with other people with the same interests, you know? It's good to get out and about. I'm running this direction cause I need that XP. Yeah, so I've been doing these runs for 50 hours. I tried using the amber eye accessories or the eye accessories that gives you 10% more experience. But the problem is you cannot get 10% of one. There's no fractions when it comes to experience gained, sadly. I think I might still have it on just because, but you know, you can't get 0.1% of experience. You spend most of your money on art? Well, I mean, hey, you know, that's a good investment, you know, put it on the walls, put it, you know, frame them. Or if they're magnets, you just kind of stick them on the wall or the fridge, or I don't know where other places can be. You can put other arts, maybe on computer. If it's like a digital, like you also have a digital version of said art, that'd be cool. All these goblins. They're so tired of Haseo coming through here. Why, Haseo? Why do you defeat the goblins as much as you do? Da 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 da. Kaboom! Da 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 da. Oh man, why is it every time I go to stream my nose starts to itch? I don't know why that is. Oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to go down. Ugh, see? My nose is distracting me now. I might have to. Well, Claude, for Dot Hack Day, I decided to make a Google Doc on the internet about how to... Oh yeah, just be careful about posting links in the chat there, bud. I had to put link protection because some other guy tried to... What? Oh, hang on, no, hang on. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I have no idea why Streamlabs just flat, or I don't even know how Streamlabs banned NeoJ. So Neo, if you somehow are getting this, if you're somehow still listening it in, I am terribly sorry about that, bud. Um, I do hope you're able to come back. You know, just be careful about posting links because I had to put link protection on because we've had a couple of bots. I think a couple months ago tried to throw some very bad links in here. So I don't know why Streamlabs just flat out banned you, but you know, God, the one thing about the one that that's something. Yeah, sad thing is I don't even know DOJ's Discord information. Otherwise, I would just tell him directly. Oh man, that's gonna suck. You're back? Okay. Jay, first and foremost, I am terribly sorry. Streamlabs, for whatever reason, banned your account. I think it's because you posted a link. This is not your fault. You know. I don't know why it didn't just time you out. I'm gonna have to look into that issue later. I hope you forgive it. Yeah. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah. I don't know why Streamlabs took the extreme and just banned you for posting a link. But as long as there's no hard feelings, I think I also made you a moderator since you are one of the one of the few people that is consistently coming to the streams on YouTube. So hopefully we don't have this issue again. But I would say for the future, if you have a link, ask me first, and then I would say, hey, put it in the Discord, so that way Streamlabs doesn't do this again. But it's good to have you back, bud. It's really good to have you back. I'm glad we were able to fix that situation. Oh, God. I mean, bots, man. Bots are just something else. Yeah, I don't know why Streamlabs did what it did. I'm gonna have to take a look at him. Like I'm gonna have to give a scolding to Streamlabs. You know, Streamlabs did a bad. Streamlabs did a bad today. Wait, you didn't post a link. Hang on. Let me see. Oh, okay. I see what you did here, Jay. Because it's this is going to sound weird, but when you went to put .hack, you put a period, but you didn't space, you didn't space dot or hack. It's like .hack. You know what I mean? God dang it. God dang it, Streamlabs. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, are we good? Okay. Uh, Jay, are you there? Uh, okay, I put you in the approved users list, and I also turned off Streamlabs for YouTube. All right, message something in chat if if you're still here, if the approved channel has worked. I'm sorry, Jeff, for casting ban no jutsu. Okay, Streamlabs. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs. I'm definitely looking at it. In fact, I'll probably only do one level tonight so that way I can take a look at Streamlabs. But it should not be banning people for accidentally posting links. So, Jay, if you're still here, here's what happened. When you went to put .hack, you put dot, and then the period, hack, all in one sentence, only one word. And Streamlabs thinks you're doing a link. Yeah, spell out .hack for the future. You know. I would say for here on out, just spell out .hack. Because yeah, if you're here, go ahead and type out something, anything. I want to make sure that you're not banned at all. Roger. Oh, there we go. John Woo J. Okay, there we go. Okay. Roger. Fantastic. Okay. We got that figured out. Woo! Oh my goodness. What a Saturday. It's good. It's good that you're back. It is good that we got this figured out. Because hey, you're what I enjoy your conversations, Jay. I'd hate for Streamlabs to just tell you no. I'm gonna have a stern talking to with Streamlabs later on. I'm gonna have a mighty stern, mighty stern conversation with good old Streamlabs. They do not ban my viewers without my permission. Because it's weird, because on Twitch, if you post a link, it will just time you out for like 5 or 10 seconds. Whereas YouTube is just flat out banned for some reason. I think that, again, it just might be Streamlabs doing this, but, if you need mods to cast out links, they can call me, Scott the Bot Slayer on another channel. You know what? That's a good idea. You know what? Hang on. Maybe I can... Yeah, it's only... I'm gonna give both of you a wrench. Somehow. How do here we go. There you go. I'm going to give both of you a wrench. Because you're going to act as my guards against the bots. You two are going to act as the frontline defense. Congratulations, you have been promoted. It is the least I can do. Plus, I really don't have any moderators for YouTube, so hey, that works. That would be appreciated. Alright, let me just go ahead and... there we go. So, instead of bots, let's say some goblins. Let's slay some goblins. Oh, by the way, hey Titan, sorry. We've had a little bit of a hiccup here tonight. When it comes to, Streamlabs. Streamlabs has been very ban heavy. I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Then take this, take this knight. They acquired. You got empty skies. Oh my goodness, that is most certainly a good weapon. You're going to need those empty skies. Boom. Yeah, it is. You definitely got a job extension. Not only are you a moderator now, but you also have empty skies. Congratulations. Now, with great power comes great responsibility. With great responsibility comes great power. With responsibilities. You have to be responsible now. I take this weapon and slay those links. Yeah, it's just, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So it might be easier for like you all to do that than to have a bot management, because as we can see, the bot doesn't distinguish friend from foe. And what's weird about it is that I've noticed this on Twitch as well, but Twitch is very lenient on like link protections, whereas YouTube is like apparently it's so bad. But like because Jay, when you put dot hack, you put dot, the period, and hack all in one word. And for whatever reason, it recognized that as a link. I don't know why it recognized it as a link, but you know, internet is a strange thing. So I would say when we refer to dot hack, let's refer to like just spelling it out. No periods whatsoever. You know. Plus, this is chat. Why would you need to use periods that, you know, structure your sentences? I mean, like periods for link or periods for sentences? That's on cardboard. That is barbaric. Boop. And a boop. There we go. I don't think YouTube has a timeout function. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, actually, wait a minute, yeah. I think they do have a timeout function, but I don't know why it flat out banned Jay twice. Well, hey Jay, at least you can say you got banned twice and lived to tell the tale. Oh, actually no, a better way. Oh yeah, I got banned twice from a channel, but then he made me a moderator. You know. You could say I'm so strong within the YouTube space that I could be banned and still be moderator. Poke, 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 and a poke. 103 experience. That is quite a bit. Is quite. I was an eyewitness. Yes, you have saw the tale of the OJ. Now I could definitely be lore accurate Haseo. Yes, yes. You started off strong, and then you were data drained twice, but then you came back stronger than you did before. Man, now I think about it, you know, maybe dot hack was right, you know, like, but AI is evil. AI is cruel. Maybe Streamlabs was Ida this whole time, and we just didn't know it. Alright, goblins. Poke. Poke. And poke. Poke. And a poke. And a poke. And you know, I've just noticed that with these elemental augments, they have a chance of just doing an additional attack that is about, I want to say maybe 10 or 15% of the original damage. Like what you see right there. Like, it was doing, like, out of 9,000 something, it was doing 1499. So there definitely is a percentage additional damage, so. And sometimes it does it twice. Sometimes you get 2 attacks. Dot hack and Terminator. Yeah, you're definitely the Terminator now. You're going to eliminate the Ida bugs. Hasta la vista, baby. That's probably not what he says in Terminator, but it's Arnold, you know. It's one of his famous quotes. Oh. Yeah, what I'm probably gonna have to do is cut that a portion with portion with the bot out, or at least they be right back stuff so that it's a little bit smooth. You know what would be cool if the next dot hack game for the dot hack, there we go, much better, new game for the hack series, had a whole game revolve around the avatar mechanic. That was definitely one of my favorite parts of GU. Oh, I love the avatar fights in GU. I'm just wondering how would that work as a full-blown game? Like, would it be something like a I can only compare it to something like Super Robot Tyson, where basically your avatar is kind of like a mech, and then you upgrade the mech with, you know, different types of parts, I guess you could say. Like your avatar, like maybe, like obviously it wouldn't be the avatar in terms of like the epitaphs, but it might just be like proto avatars, you know? Maybe CyberConnect experiments with, you know, the avatar and epitaph system and ends up causing a muck because, hey, when everyone's super, no one is, you know? I think that would be a pretty cool premise for a dot hack game. Hey, we got health drinks. Health drinks are nice. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Wee doo wee doo wee boop. 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 A boss rush like game? Actually, that would probably be cool too. I'm just wondering how would that work? Like, I would say, like, if we're talking GU, I would say there would have to be, like, for each boss battle, after a boss battle ends, it will give you a teleporter to go to the next section, completing all the recommended flags, you know, for the story, so that way, it would, I was thinking more like Daemon Ex Machina. That could most certainly work. I can see that. I could certainly see that. But I also wouldn't mind a boss rush, you know, mode of dot hack either. But what I really want to see, and I know I've said this a lot during these types of streams, but I want to see a fragment 2 with the GU classes, or maybe even some new classes like in the World RX, you know? Like, I do think, considering CyberConnect's 30th anniversary is coming up next year, I believe. Like, I want to say it's like February of next year. I mean, it probably would be very disappointing to not have a dot hack game come out that year, you know, for its anniversary. Now, I probably wouldn't think that they will have a dot hack game by their anniversary, which I think it's in February, but not having a dot hack game in 2026 would be a missed opportunity, you know? Especially since CyberConnect keeps putting references of dot hack in their other games. Mega Man Power Battle, where you could pick the bosses. Oh, actually, that would be pretty fine. I wouldn't mind that. So it's just kind of like, alright, so everything is a clean slate. You start off with, you know, Haseo, like... So I'm trying to think. Would it be like a roguelike, where you start off pretty weak, but then you could choose your bosses how you want to do? Like, the stronger the bosses would be, the much better the reward, and then you can, like say you could choose something like a job extension or a much better weapon. Or you get this spell or this companion with this, you know, type. You know, choose the bosses like how you want up to a certain extent due to difficulty, but I do think that would be a pretty fun idea, or at least it would make a good mod. You know? Ooh, three wombo combo. Let's go. See if I can crack open protein drink. Oh. Gotta get my protein drink in. Hack can definitely be a benefit off of an MMO. I'm trying to think, because the dot hack series has always been a offline single player MMO. Well, I do think It probably could be the next Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I probably would agree to an extent, but at the same time, Final Fantasy has, you know, the Final Fantasy name behind it, and it's successful not just because it's a good game, but people know Final Fantasy. Whereas .hack is a more niche series, and not many people don't know about it, sadly. But hey, yeah, I would definitely play a .hack MMO. In fact, if Bandai were to release, say, .hack Fragment for modern consoles, and then just make dedicated servers, or at least let the fans keep running their dedicated servers, you know, for Fragment, you know, with the quality of life that comes with that, you know, widescreen, maybe some balancing changes if possible, then honestly, I wouldn't mind just having, you know, the World R1, you know, through Fragment, as, you know, as that MMO supplement, you know? Because I think that would be fun. Because I know they don't have the original files, or no, not the, no, wait a minute, what am I saying? I think someone said that they do have the original files, but it's incompatible with their computers currently. But what about Fragment, though? Like, Fragment came out in 2005, I believe. Like, right towards, like, the, almost, not at the end of the PS2 lineup, but the, pretty close. They should do .hack versus Haseo to get more eyes on .hack. Well, I mean, yes and no. I would think there'll probably be more commotion and more arguments between the two fan bases. Now, I would say, like, the creators have kind of, like, squashed the beef between the two, like, a long while ago, but there's still people out there that would be kind of, they'll probably butt heads over that. Now, that, kind of like Power World and Craftopia. Oh, yeah. A .hack, you know, Craftopia or Power World would just be so amazing, dude. I would love to see that. Like the massive overworld, and you know, just oh, you would be excited for that? Okay, maybe there is an audience for that then. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. Now, granted, I'm not much of a Sao fan, but I would be willing to try a crossover as well. I think like having some form of, I guess, just. We need something, you know, not just cameos, but I think we just need an actual modern .hack game, you know? Especially since this series kind of, you know, paved the way for storytelling that I don't think is seen very often. Like, at least when it comes to this game, it puts its characters first. And while the story itself is alright, I think it's the characters that really shine. So maybe if they put a focus on that again in a new .hack property or new game, that would hopefully draw some more eyes. And honestly, you know, this is just my wishful thinking because I keep saying this every time that there is a Game Awards, but I'm hoping when December comes around and the Game Awards happen, we see or hear something .hack, like the Dean or like music from what's her name? I keep forgetting. Line. I think that's how it's pronounced. I think a crossover game would be great. Yeah, honestly, I would take anything at this point. I'll take anything .hack in terms of either like a crossover or a new game or even just a remaster. Heck, just give us .hack Versus. That's a PS3 game, you know? I'm sure that can be ported over. I mean, I could understand, you know, I could definitely understand, iMock not being able to port over, but Versus, come on, Bandai, just port it over, you know. You don't need to go the whole shebang and remake it, but you can at least give us an opportunity to play a fighting .hack game. Because it's going to be weird to say, but I feel like MMO genre is very niche. In terms of the setting in fiction. I'm trying to think about that statement. I mean, it's niche to a small extent. Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, they're big MMOs in the fantasy genre. Like with billions and millions of players, you know, that subscribe to those type of games. I don't I don't know if I would call it a niche, but maybe it's because I can't think of another word to use in this case. I do think that, you know, I think dot hack is very niche. Like, it is a very, like, we are a very small community still, but you know, we are very dedicated to like the series and everything. Whereas Final Fantasy, there's like all different types of Final Fantasy fans, like classic fans, the fans of the newer games, fans of tactics, fans of some of the side content. Oh, you're talking about stories. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like, I would say the stories definitely are niche. You know, because a lot of it is, you know, for the most part for MMOs, they're like the hero's journey, with maybe some character building that happens in between. I would take a Bamco versus Capcom, Heights and Haseo being played. Ah, yes! Oh, man. Yeah, I would love that. You know, just have, you know, that's another thing. Why not port Project X? I think that's what it's called, right? The 3DS games? Why not port that to modern consoles? Put it on the Switch. Put it on Steam or something. Because it has been proven that DS games, I don't know about 3D, oh yeah, even 3DS games maybe. Like dual screen games can work on modern consoles and Steams. I mean, just look at the Castlevania Terminus collection. Excuse me, Terminus collection where, oh god, excuse me. Where you have, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, where you have like the DS games, dual screens running pretty just fine, so port over Project X, you know? You have all these different characters combined into one game anyway, and not many people, like, I mean, now that I think about it, no one can actually buy Project X digitally nowadays because the 3DS store is kind of, you know, gone. And I don't know how much a physical copy is, but I don't think many people know, because I sure didn't know about Project X. So, I think it was one of you guys that told me about the game, think about it. Licensing issues mostly? Yeah, that's true. Licensing is always going to be a big issue with these things because you gotta track down the original owners, you gotta make deals, you gotta give them a cut of the port and everything, and yeah, that's kind of the sad thing about it. Licensing issues always cause issues. But hey, hey, anything's possible, you know? Anything is certainly possible. I'm just curious as to what CyberConnect is going to do for their, I think it's like their 30th anniversary? I wonder what they're going to do. I imagine they're probably going to release something Fuga related, because that's another big series of theirs. Project X Zone has a, in real life guy as a, really? Like, what, as a joke character, or is he like, or is it he just like a part of the cast? I'm still waiting for Atlas to remaster. I'm gonna butcher this name. Estron Odyssey 4. I know the trilogy had just came, the trilogy came out, but come on, release my goats already. Release the goats! And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to get a little bit tired of remasters. Yeah, especially since like we've been seeing more and more remasters over the last couple of years at least, you know? I mean, I wouldn't mind remakes, but remasters, I would guess it would have to be depending on the game. Like, there's just so many Last of Us remasters, it's not even funny. Like, apparently there's a new remaster of a remaster of a remaster of The Last of Us in a collection now. I am not kidding. They're re-releasing and remastering The Last of Us. So, I get what you're saying, Jay. Remasters used to be a delicacy, but now they're everywhere, yeah. I just want simple ports, I guess, in this case. It doesn't have to be a remaster or even a remake. Just give us a port. And I know GOG is taking votes as to what should be on their platform, and .hack Infection is one of them. So hopefully, you know, hopefully they end up putting the .hack originals on GOG, and that way give people a chance to, you know, buy those games, you know, instead of pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for to a third-party seller, which $300 for Quarantine is just ridiculous. I would never pay that much amount for a video, like one video game. It's just crazy, man. It's just absolutely crazy. Boom. Wait a minute. Segata-san Shiro. He's in Project X Zone 2? Ooh. I mean, he's probably the most overpowered character. Oh, I didn't notice the ads were starting. Okay, guys. So ads are going to be starting. Go ahead and get yourself a drink and a nice little snack, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, we are back with more .hack. All right. Read the only thing I can say is read the only thing I can say is what's happened to gaming. Yeah, just I meant to say the only thing I can say is what's happening to gaming. I wish I knew. Like I don't know what's going on with gaming. Gaming is becoming something. It is being the something. Yeah. Sometimes we get some great games like Baldur's Gate 3, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Expedition 33, but then we get slop. We get absolute slop. It's weird. Like we will either get some really good games or really good bad, or really good good bad games. Yeah, good bad but not terrible games. But we also get bad games as well. Like it's. Good games are hard to come by. Like, we probably only get maybe... It's run by greed. Yeah, that you got a point there, Knight. Yeah, it is run mostly by greed. I would say there's only a handful of good companies that left that I would consider, like, just... not so greedy. I mean, Larian Studios, the guys behind Baldur's Gate 3, they're definitely all about the players and, like, their feedback and everything. Whereas something like EA... Yeah, not so much. The Veil Guard was not a very good game. I don't even look at game trailers anymore because I could scan through Steam just to find some good games. I mean, I do watch trailers every now and then, especially at the Game Awards, because I use the Game Awards at the end of the year as my E3. Like, my place, hey, what's coming up next? What's going to come around the corner? A game I'm looking forward to is... Solasta 2, which is a D&D game similar to Baldur's Gate in a way, but it is like leaning more towards like the D&D mechanics, and it looks so good. I played the demo. There's a lot that the demo needs to iron out for the main game, but it's pretty good. I enjoy Solasta 2 in its demo, and I'm looking forward to the final release of that whenever it comes. I was kind of skeptical about Elden Ring Night Rain, but the Night Rain is pretty good. I'm loving Night Rain. I would still, like, even after 100 hours, I would still go back and play through it. I really want to watch fighting game trip. Yes, fighting game. I tried to get into fighting games. I haven't really. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there, but I don't know what it is. I mean, the last fighting game I actually played was Dragon Ball FighterZ, whatever way it's pronounced. Now, that's the only, like, I guess fighting game that I've played recently. But that was also like 2 or so years ago, something like that. It was fun, but I just couldn't get used to the... Just kind of like the mechanics of everything of a fighting game. Let's see. Although I do want to watch. I do want to play, what is it? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yes, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That looks fun. That looks like a fun fighting game. Alright. It's too bad they didn't bring back my boy Ader, you know? Fatal Fury's fun. Oh yeah, I've heard that's a pretty good series to get into too. And that's another problem with what's going on with game trailers. At least fighting games, they show you gameplay. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I understand what you meant, Jay. Yeah, it's just like, when it comes to, like, a lot of these, yeah, they're more cinematic trailers. Or even tech demos, like the Witcher 4's trailer, and their, not gameplay showcase, but more like proof of concept showcase. You know, they don't show you the gameplay whatsoever. Yeah, it does kind of suck, you know, that like they mostly rely on cinematic trailers. I would love to see more gameplay, you know, with these, and there are still gameplay trailers, so to speak, but there are times where they definitely pull wool over your eyes, you know. There's definitely times where it shows you one thing, but it's actually another, you know, and it's just slop. It's just it's just a sloppy mess. Let's see. What was gameplay trailers nowadays are just cinematic trailers. Oh yeah, oh my bad, I just read that. Yeah, like the cinematic trailers are just, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look nice. They look really nice, but unless you got something tangible behind it, like, I was looking at some of the old trailers for older games, like Devil May Cry 3, they would have, it's like, they'll build up the gameplay and show you, like, clips upon clips of, like, what to expect within the game. And even if some of the camera shots are fabricated, they get you excited for the game, you know? And this is the reasons why the indies keep getting ahead, because they don't give you a full plate, they give you the full course meal. Oh, absolutely. Like, they'd be like, hey, this is our game, this is what to expect, you know, have at it. Whereas cinematic trailers from big budget games, oh yeah, this is what it could look like. You know, this is what you could expect. You know, just kind of giving, like, a not so subtle idea, as it were. Working Zero is fun, but it has some things to fix. Oh, that kind of sucks. Because I've always liked the Budokai Tenkaichi games growing up, especially Tenkaichi. Yeah, I used to be so good at Tenkaichi 3. Now, you know, actually, I think I might still have my PS2 copy somewhere. If I can find it, I'll end up playing it. I still have my PS2 as well. Yeah, so if I can still find Tenkaichi 3, I'll probably end up backing it up. Maybe I'll play for stream if I can. Because, oh boy, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was fun. You know, it was such a fun game. It still is every now and then, but I would say there are some clunkiness to that game too. But you know, it's PS2 jank. You know, it's a little janky, but you can excuse it because it was on the PS2. I haven't played since the last update, so they might fix stuff. Yeah, I hope so, because it definitely looks like an evolution of the Budokai series. Excuse me, Budokai Tenkaichi series. But what they need to do, they need to bring back my boy Android 8. Like, he was the best character, technically. Why do I say that? Because he is Frankenstein, you know? He is the Frankenstein android, and we love him. Not to mention, I think it was Ader in the original Dragon Ball that more or less shaped Goku as a character, because I remember watching the original Dragon Ball series, and there was a scene that Goku was about to endgame a particular general of the Red Ribbon Army, but you know, Ader stops Goku saying, "No, you know, no, this is wrong." You know, or I don't remember the exact context, but like, if you end up ending him, you'll be no better than he is. And, you know, teaching Goku to show mercy to his enemies. And I think that kind of shaped him as a character, you know? So Ader is an important character, that's all I'm saying. The only thing I learned in life is that the Fossil Fighters trilogy are not getting a remaster or anything. Like, there's a lot, like, I think I saw somewhere that, like, what? Like 89 or 90% of games, like, are not available in the market. Like, they're just either lost to time or they're just so limited to copies that, like, you can hardly find them. And there are some games that are just bad, but I do think, like, we do need to preserve bad games as well, you know, for preservation. A lot of these titles just never see the light of day anymore. Fossil Fighters, like you said. You know, like, that trilogy, if I remember, it is stuck. If I remember the game correctly, that's stuck on the Nintendo DS? I remember vaguely what they're about. It's a very... Man, I might need to take a sip of my protein drink. Keep me awake. I need to stay awake. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. I know it said title remasters, but there's one game I really want to see remastered is Fossil Fighters. Yeah, I mean, honestly, remaster the games that didn't get the appropriate attention initially. Like, we don't need a 20th remake and remaster of The Last of Us. Give us something that we can just And just, you know, just give us something that we haven't seen in a little while. Port over, you know, Nintendo. Port over Pokemon Conquest for the Switch or something. I don't care. But just port over Pokemon Conquest. I have never got a chance to play it. I know a lot, and I know it's still stuck on the DS. That is a Pokemon game that is more or less lost to time because they don't port these games over. I still have the cartridge for Pokemon. What am I saying? I still have the cartridge for Fossil Fighters Champion. Nice. Keep that. And if you have a way of backing up your games, that's probably good too. Jump Ultimate Stars remake, you you cowards. Jump Ultimate Stars. I'm trying to remember is that the anime crossover game that came out 5 or so years ago, where everything was more hyper realistic? You had Yugi and you had Yuffie, Sanji, like all these anime characters that are now hyper realistic looking. Am I thinking of the same game, Knight? Or am I thinking of something different? Yes, I think if any game needs a remake, it's probably Jump. Because, oh boy, that game just looked out of place in a lot of ways. I mean, making anime characters look realistic while still keeping anime aesthetics, it's just nightmare fuel. What if they tried to do a... What if they tried to do the Sega Genesis method, where all you have to do is put the games on one disc? I want to say this method is perfect, but please give it a try. Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's a great idea. I don't know why most companies are not doing that. I would say Konami is doing something like that. They're putting a lot of their old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles, and even, you know, Nintendo DS titles all in one package, like the Dominus collection for Castlevania, or the early days collection for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime crossover Smash Bros. Like on the DS. Oh, it's a DS game? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I was way off. Gone Force was Wasted Potential. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's what it was called. Jump Force was Wasted Potential. It has some mechanics I really liked, but it was very undercooked. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of excited for Jump Force when it came out, you know? Because it looked like a very fun game. It looked like something that I would surely enjoy, you know? But after playing it, it just, oh boy, it felt like a worse Xenoverse. It felt like a really bad Xenoverse game. And Xenoverse 1 was actually kind of alright. So when you're worse than Xenoverse 1, yikes. Yikes. I mean, Capcom was able to do this, so I don't see why they can't do the same. Yeah, exactly. Well, I would say when it comes to, like, IMOC, yeah, they literally can't. But they could... Hang on. I'm going to put a pin on that. I'm going to put a pin on that idea. CyberConnect can remake IMOC, but not in the way that remakes typically work. So, Square Enix, for Kingdom Hearts 1, they couldn't just port it over with the new engine and everything. They remade Kingdom Hearts 1 from the ground up. Made it look one for one. They pretty much made the game one for one again as it did originally, but for newer consoles. Why can't CyberConnect do that? You know, just remake it from the ground up, you know, just remake all new assets, or even if you can port over some things, that'd be great, but all new assets, you know, that look exactly like the originals, maybe look at it, maybe a tad better, you know, for like HG stuff, like clean some stuff up. And just kind of do that. You wouldn't have to change much. You just need to actually just remake it. I bought Drum Force Day 1 and man, it was okay. Yeah, it was... don't get me wrong. Like, it's fine. I think my favorite character to play as, not in a good way, but my favorite character was Sanji. Mostly because They added a mechanic for Sanji where if he is fighting a woman, he will not do damage to her. Because you know he loves women. He'll have hearts in his eyes. All of his attacks will have like hearts imagery on them. Honestly, it just for that alone, I just kind of like Jump Force because at the same time in a fighting game, it is very weird how they have that one character have that weakness. One character have a totally unique weakness that would hurt any sort of viability in a fighting game. That collection like Kingdom Hearts collection would be dope. Oh, absolutely, Knight. Yeah, that's what I mean. If Square Enix can remake Kingdom Hearts 1, look exactly like it was, reuse the audio files, why can't Hack do that? Because from what I was told, again, I could be remembering wrong, but CyberConnect has all the old files of the original iMock games, but it can't be converted over. However, they have the audio files, you know, of the original game, I imagine. And I'm sure they still have ways of doing the keyword system, though I kind of doubt that considering they didn't add the keyword link. Or even, you know, Last Read Codes Volume 4 for that matter. I like Dio because I don't like the day stages of Jump Force. Yeah, it's just like Jump Force in concept sounds pretty cool, but the execution was pretty bad. I mean, during the cutscenes, they rarely ever moved, and they just like you could tell like the different art styles clashed with the different characters. Like even though they all look, I don't want to say hyper realistic, but just kind of like a faux blend of realistic and anime. You can definitely tell the different art styles kind of clash with each other. You know what would be really cool if they had a .hack fighting game in the style of Persona 4? Ooh, in visual style. Yes. Oh, I would love that. I have never played the Persona 4 fighting game, but it just looks so sick. Or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In Heritage for the future. That is quite interesting. That is a very interesting idea. CyberConnect, get on that. Get on with that, CyberConnect. We're giving you ideas here. .hack Day is coming up, so you need to. You don't need to, but you listen to us and our ideas. We're giving you free ideas. FREE, that spells free. NoCreditReport.com. Boom, boom. Oh man. Got another fairy orb that I didn't need. Hear me out. Hear me out, kid. Kid 13 art style. Oh no, you mean KH. KH 13. No, I know. Wait, hang on. Kid, hear me out. Kid 13 art style. Look it up. Is that what it's called? Like Kid 13? Got me curious. Be curious. Kid 13. Let's see what that is. Boom. Boom. Jews? KOF. Oh! Okay. Because when you put Kid 13, okay, I typed it in and the first thing it gave me was shoes. Okay. That would explain it. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta look this up now. Oh, God. Oh man, that confused me a little bit. Alright, let me get, okay. KOF, okay, KOF. KOF. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That looks like a pretty good art style. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. That sounds awesome. Let's get one of these artists. One of these. Oh, no, let's not get one of these artists. And greenlight something. We want to see a new art style. Hey, Cole, how's it going? Hey, yo, just at work or something. Say you're beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. I do appreciate it. We're all beautiful here. Excuse me. I hope you have a good time at work. You know, don't work too hard there, buddy. The last KOF game I played was KOF 13. I've never played any of those games, so I really have no experience with them, but they look pretty cool. I love the art style with it. Drink. Protein. Gotta get that done. Da 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 da. Defeating all the swords. 394 experience. Woo! Doing great. We're doing dandy. Doing fine. We're doing it live. Da 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 da. Da da da. Right, give me all your experience. SNK would make a killer dot hack fighter. 15 is really good, but has a stack roster of 61 characters. That is a lot of characters for a fighting game. And if people are a little bit worried about the moves look similar to each other, maybe the character can have different animations, variation, that especially that happen in the dot hack series. Oh, absolutely. You know, take a look at dot hack versus, for instance. I mean, you have. If I recall, you have Kite and you have Sora. No, not Kingdom Hearts Sora, but there's a character called Sora who is using a character that is very similar in aesthetic to Kite. And they have two different movesets. You know, two different movesets and special abilities that go with it. So it can work. It has shown that it can work. I mean, if there was a way for me to play dot hack versus on this channel, I would play it in a heartbeat. I would love to give it a try, but I don't have a PS3. That honestly, trying to get a region unlocked PS3 with all the stuffs with that. It'll probably take a bit. Dun 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 dun. Was the character from Legend of the Twilight Bracelet in that game? I don't think so. You're talking about Shugo, I think that's his name? You know, the small kite character? No. Though he is also another kite-esque character that looks like kites. It has the Twilight Bracelet. And I think Sora has the bracelet as well now, I think about it. I could be wrong. I remember seeing video footage of it. It might have been, I think it was Shinta Reviews. Did a retrospective on dot hack versus. I saw this. I remember seeing characters like Tokyo, Ovan, Haseo, Sora from the, what's it called? I want to say it's called the end of the world, or no, it was one of the movies that they made. It's like a fully 3D movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like full 3D animation. You know, while still keeping a little bit of the anime aesthetic. I want to say it was called like the end of the dot hack, end of the world, or something like that. Because Shugo would be a joke fun character. Oh, I would agree with you there. Just have like a tiny kites going around. Their special attack would be summoning tiny. I forgot her name, the Black Rose looking one. Rena? I think that's her name? Question mark? I actually might have to do a video on the Legend of the Twilight Bracelet, but the problem with doing these shows for .hack is that someone keeps filing a false copyright claim on my videos when I use like sign footage. Just sign footage, not roots, not anything else. It's just Reina. Oh, thank you, Reina. Yeah, I believe that's her name. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The one that uses Black Rose's model. Yeah, that one. But she's small. She's a small Black Rose. But yeah, I can't use any footage from .hack sign for whatever reason because this one guy, and I don't even know if it's a guy. It might be just a random Chinese company, but basically, someone keeps, you know, copyright claiming my videos with .hack sign footage, even if it's just like a small snippet that has a, you know, has filters over it, you know, that has all these transformative things, and it like even if it's just like a minute or two, like throughout a 10-minute video. Oh, he gets some of the guy who rides the grunties too. Yes. Also, you know, speaking of grunties, if we're going to talk about a theoretical .hack game, we need grunties. We need the grunty to return. Let us have the grunty system again. I liked taking care of a grunty and raising the grunty, getting free items from the grunty. For example, Bordeaux version of Disaster Sword would look more uncontrollable. Syllabus's Disaster Sword would look like the standard version, and Endrit's Disaster Sword would look more flashy. I would say Endrit's Disaster Sword would look more elegant, you know, and not eloquent, elegant. Excuse me. Would look elegant and just kind of like graceful with attack slashes. You know, we could also have characters like Firos the First, you know, or even Helba. I'll be curious to see how Helba will be in a fighting game, you know? Because she is this overpowered character with maxed out everything. So I wonder how that would work. I don't know. I don't know if that would work, now that I think about it. Oop. Let's see, what are the theoretical characters we add to this new fighting game that we're pondering in minds? Make a Grunty and Mecha Grunty playable. Heck yes, Death Grunty. Death Grunty as a fighter. You know, you got the Grunty, like he's about like, what, 2 feet tall? But he carries a 6-foot scythe that he goes around slashing at people. Oh, that would just be so funny. Let us have a playable Death Grunty. You know? Make him into a Adept Rogue as well, I don't care. Just let us have a Grunty with a scythe. And just have him go swing it around on the battlefield, you know? I think that would be hilarious. Oh, it's only Haseo. Oink! And I think with Haseo... Gosh, get it! Gosh, dilly dang it. Yeah. I've been very sleepy. Right? Oh, that wolf girl from Legend of the Twilight Bracelet playable? Yes, I know what she looks like, I just don't know. Yeah, she's the one with the werewolf class, I believe. The treasure hunter from that show too. I really need to watch that show, man. It looks like a fun time. It looks like a lighthearted parody of .hack to an extent, you know? It looks so good. It looks very nice. It looks like a good show, a good time. La 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 la. Ugh, I need a drink. Wake me up, protein shake. Wake me up, wake me up. I got to wake up. So we can have to where he has different character slots for his specials actually change the weapon he is holding. Yeah, like have first form Haseo and second and third and fourth and fifth. have it all on DVD. I can try streaming it through Discord one day. Oh, yes. Honestly, that would probably be a good community day thing we could do. Like, if you're able to stream it through Discord, we can probably set up a community day where we all just watch it. Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea, Knights. Yeah, good idea there. I'm trying to think. I'm also trying to think, because I want to do more stuff for the community since we're pretty much growing pretty fast, I would say, for my channel standards. Yeah, we're already past 600 subscribers, and we're already, like, 613. Yeah, we're definitely getting more people within the community. I would definitely want to do more stuff for you guys. I just don't know what. I mean, because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my birthday. I took my birthday off, which is on Tuesday. I'll be turning 31 on Tuesday. Hurrah. And I'll be streaming for about 8 hours then. Yeah, 8 hours? Or 7 hours. No, I'll be streaming for 7 hours on Tuesday. And we're going to separate it into different chunks of the day. Like, I'll probably be streaming between 12... I don't know an exact time. I have that and Dot Hack Trilogy DVD as well. Yes! Oh, I love the Dot Hack Trilogy movie. I mean, I think it's probably one of the better adaptations, though it does have its flaws too, you know? I mean, I do like Beast of Apocalypse and Haseo. He just looked so awesome. Just 400 more if you hit 1K, let's go. Yeah, I mean, less than 400 at this point. Yeah, let's get to 1K. Realistically speaking, I'm reaching for 750 by the end of the year, but hey, if we reach 1,000 by the end of the year, I mean, I'll probably end up doing some special events for you guys. Because I eventually want to make it so that way I can do streaming and YouTube content more often. Because that only... Look, don't get me wrong. You know, I gotta have a job. I gotta keep my job. You know, I got to bring the money in, but it would be nice to just be able to have this be the job. You know, where I'm chatting with you guys, I'm playing some games, working on videos, entertaining and everything. You know, I mean, hey, by hitting 1,000, that would just be one more step towards being able to do that. Because full-time content creation, I don't know how that would work, to be quite honest. As 1K is an accomplishment in and of itself. Oh, absolutely. You also got to think of it this way, Jay. I am not just a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber in a pretty niche category, you know, which being .hack. Not to mention, like, while the community is pretty strong in its own right, I mean, it's still a long process. I am working uphill. Not working uphill. Oh, I'm working towards. I'm putting this analogy all wrong, but the point of the matter is, I am fighting against the grain with this channel, and it's definitely showing, but it's definitely rewarding. It is very rewarding to see so many people come out and talk about .hack, talk about the series, enjoy the videos, which I am very appreciative of every single one that comes out to the videos. Even if you just watch it for a minute, the fact that you took your time out of the day to watch a minute of my videos, I can't be more appreciative than that, you know. I do want to give back to you guys, especially once we hit the 1,000 mark, you know. Because we're definitely seeing more and more people within the chats here lately, you know. We're definitely seeing more and more people come around and, you know, just be part of our nice communication bubble we got here. Excuse me. So, I'm definitely looking forward to 1,000 subscribers. That's for sure. And to just see that 1,000 mark. Each content is what really gets in the audience. Yeah, I have noticed that too. Because I was thinking, because when I first started the channel, it was going to be a Kingdom Hearts channel, but then I lost my internet connection and I couldn't do it for 2-3 years, and then I decided to upload content. Because it was going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh channel afterwards, but I didn't get many views from the Yu-Gi-Oh content, so I switched to Final Fantasy, and while I did get some views from the shorts, it dropped off very fast. So I switched to some D&D stuff. that dropped off very fast because, yeah, I just, well, even though it was a niche, it didn't work out so well. And so I started doing .hack content because there was no .hack content available for the most part on YouTube outside of .hack Network's videos. I mean, there might be some smaller YouTubers that at the time that I really didn't know about, that the algorithm didn't really push to me, but you never saw any .hack videos like a few years ago. And now, .hack is in the point where we not only have more videos of people covering the series, but we got more retrospectives, you know. Hey, there's me. I've been making a lot of .hack videos, and hey, like, a lot of you showed up and showed your appreciation for the series. And I remember watching this one retrospective of GU. Like, he made 4 videos on the 4 volumes that were there, and it was like this guy had, like, what, 300,000 views? 300,000 people, give or take, came out to watch a .hack video in 2024, 2025. That just shows that the audience is there. Trends are cool and all, but trends typically die out in a couple months. That is true too. And I think that was kind of the issue that I had early on because I was trying to chase some trends, you know? If it wasn't for .hack Network, I wouldn't have met you. I'm glad I came across your channel. Oh, well, I'm glad you came across my channel too, bud. You are excellent to talk to. You are awesome, my guy. You know? And honestly, .hack Network, we gotta give, yeah, we do have to give thanks to him. Like, he has been the leading man in the .hack community. When I came on board as a .hack YouTuber, he had 1,000 subscribers after, like what, 10 years of him being on the platform? And after a couple extra years later, you know, now that .hack is becoming more, it's like more .hack content is in the algorithm and is being pushed, he now has almost 2.5 thousand after a couple more years, which is amazing. He is he earns it. He definitely earned it. He definitely earned all of his subscribers. I like to refer to him as the .hack historian, because he's the guy you go to if you want to see like some of the behind the scenes stuff with .hack, like the character models, or learn more about just kind of like the different products of .hack, the magazines, the plushes, the I guess other merchandise, like or even other games like Infinite Generation. You know, he's the guy you go to if you want to see the history of .hack. Whereas, like, my kind of channel, I'm mostly an entertainment channel. I do lore videos as well, but I mostly do it in the span of, hey, you know, this is entertainment. I'm gonna make things entertainment for you guys. Do you like stories? I'll make you stories. If you want to see a lore video, I'll make you a lore video. If you want to hear me voice act, well, you're definitely gonna get voice acting one way or another. So yeah, and I hope that through our channels, both .hack Network and myself, you know, we can inspire other people to make .hack content as well. And that's the thing about inspiration. If we can inspire others to do great work, then the series is going to come back eventually. Or at least that's kind of what I'm hoping, you know? Because right now we have an opportunity to make .hack... We have an opportunity to make .hack mainstream to a very, very, very small extent, you know? I mean, if we could just get .hack trending on Twitter or something, like, even if it's just for a moment, that will be an accomplishment. I'm pretty sure I told you this story before, but the reason why I came across .hack Network was on how .hack Network did their character models. Oh, yeah, I think you did tell me that. And I'm trying to think. I think I came across .hack Network when I was looking at, I could be wrong, when I was looking at new tabletop system. I came across his short for Infinite Generation. Hey Titan, how's it going? Baked potato soap? How goes everything? What level is this? We are level 31 right now. We're only going to do level 32 tonight. Mostly because I've already experienced a couple of sleepy spells already. But at the same time, you know, hey, we're going to get to level 32, and then each subsequent stream that we do this, it will be 2 levels per. We are a little over halfway done, which is great. Maybe if I didn't procrastinate, I'll make some projects. Yeah, that's the thing about procrastination. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I procrastinate a lot too. I mean, I work 40 hours a week for my job, and then I come home, I just don't feel like working on anything. Yes, apparently baked potato soap. No, it's not soup. No, Jay, it's not soup. According to Titan, he said baked potato soap. S-O-A-P. Soap, as in the stuff you wash yourself with. Apparently it is now part of the lore. You know? I don't know. I honestly don't know why Titan likes baked potato soap. I mean, you like what you like, but still, why would you want to smell like a steaming potato wherever you go? I mean, maybe smelling like a baked potato is the way to, you know. Oh, you meant to say soap. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, bud. Titan, there might be some. I don't know what it is with that soap thing. I mean, is there something that, you know, we just don't know? Maybe soap is the way. Maybe people like smelling baked potatoes. I don't know. It is quite a weird phenomenon that is now immortalized on my channel via that short I uploaded. Which reminds me, I need a... we talk about procrastination. Like, when it comes to me and making videos, oh yeah, I was getting back on my topic, but, maybe soap in the shape of a potato. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but at the same time, why would you want to wash yourself with something that looks like a potato? I mean, yeah, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done, but I don't know how I feel about that. But, yeah, when it comes to procrastination, look, I do it all the time for my channel. Like, I only really upload once a month because I normally don't have the energy to do much of anything. I try, like, when I have the energy, I do work on stuff. And, like, I work 40 hours a week, you know, and it's, like, most of the time I'm just like, ugh, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to lie in bed for a little bit. But then on my days off, I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and get this done. We need to record some lines. We need to write the script. We need to do some editing. And then I would sit at my desk, which, you know, I'm currently right now, for about, I want to say 2 or 3 hours and be like, okay, well, I did some work today, and then I'm not going to pick it up for another 2 weeks. Because that's just kind of my mindset. Most of it just comes from exhaustion. The other part comes from procrastination. You know? Especially if it's a long video I'm working on. Because, just the time. I have faith that you could be a very good voice actor. I actually do voice acting every now and then. Nothing too big. But I would say my biggest role that I have ever done. I've never got paid for any of these projects, but my biggest role so far on the YouTube space, I am the voice of Raubon for RAB Tunes Final Fantasy XIV in a nutshell. Yep, I am Raubon, you know? I am the voice of Raubon. Yes, the gladiator man himself. The gladiator man with one arm. That is very loyal to little Lalafell. I can't remember her name, but she is some kind of important figure within the Final Fantasy XIV universe. And let me tell you, like, RAB Tunes does some good work. Like, they put in a lot of work into the animations and whatnot. And the fact that I was able to assist in his projects in some way, I mean, it's definitely very exciting. And, like, I remember seeing a clip of Raubon on Twitter. I think it was a while ago. I might have retweeted it, but I was like, man, I did this recording 2 years ago, and it's just now coming to light, and it's somehow relevant to today's issues. You know, it just to hear my voice 2 or 3 years later say those lines, it's something surreal. I don't know how else to explain it. But I do enjoy voicing Raubon, and I hope that I'm able to get some more lines for him here soon. So far I haven't heard anything from RAB Tunes in terms of any of the newer projects involving Final Fantasy in a nutshell, because He just got done Stormbreaker, I believe. And Shadowbringers is going to be the next big arc, if I assume, for like his Nutshell series. So I'm interested to see where it goes. I mean, I haven't even finished Shadowbringers, mostly because I ran out of money and I couldn't keep the subscription. And not to mention the time thing as well. Now that I'm doing more frequent videos, I say frequent. Doing more video projects, streaming more, I never really had too much time with MMOs. I did enjoy Final Fantasy XIV, but I kind of stopped at Shadowbringers because of all those things I mentioned. So, yeah, I enjoyed voicing Rabon. And as for other voice acting projects I've done, I voiced Cecil Harvey and Opera Voices. Let me tell you, Cecil Harvey is one of my all-time favorite fantasy characters. He is one of the first protagonists I have ever experienced in any video game. And the fact that I get to voice not just him, but he is a paladin. I have a very good affinity with paladins. I love paladins. It's my favorite class. I'm able to voice my favorite character in a Final Fantasy series. You know, granted, his like Opera Voices is still smaller as well, but you know, I'm also what was that? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm also auditioning to be the voice of Golbez as well in Opera Voice. So wish me luck on that. I highly doubt I'm going to get it because I'm already voicing Cecil, but I think it would be pretty cool if I got to play both Cecil and Golbez. I think that would be pretty cool. I've also done some other minor projects here and there. I did some, what's it called? Ah, God, I'm blanking right now. What is the name of? I want. Oh, Kamen Rider. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I'm thinking now. I'm also doing some fan projects for a Kamen Rider series. I'm currently, like, the role I'm currently, this is a more current one. I keep saying currently, but currently, stick with me. I also just got done recording lines for a Kamen Rider thing. I believe the role I'm playing is Masamune Dan. You know, for that project. I don't know much about the character because I never really got into Kamen Rider. I mean, I watched Power Rangers growing up, but not Kamen Rider. I believe that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure you could kill it as gold. I mean, I probably could. I mostly stick with villain roles, mostly because I could do villains very well. I mean, I know you've been in my D&D chats or watched my D&D streams, so you know the ranges I can do with these characters. And like I can definitely manipulate my voice and manipulate my mannerisms to make myself pretty much anything that is put right in front of me. I could be very aggressive. My tone and my voice. Oh, I can just be more eloquent and more, you know, couldn't really find the words for this, but I can at least try to say it out loud. Or anything of the sort, you know? And I would say my favorite voice I have done for any project has got to be my own.
I also voiced Gaspard in .hack GU Abridged. Gaspard is a pretty cool character. We love Gaspard. Gaspard is a character.
And I wish I could dedicate more time to .hack GU Abridged, but currently, I mean, I want to continue it, but at the same time, it takes a lot of time, and I haven't really been seeing that much investment with the series currently. So I'm putting that on hold for the time being, and I'm letting you guys decide what videos you want to see. And it seems like you guys want to see more content involving like lore stuff and the voice acting stuff, which is great. I'd like that. We need new lemonade. Yes, we do. We got there just yet. I mean, your Ovan impression is very on point. That's proven enough to me that you could do it. Yes. My voice impression of Ovan is definitely right here. If I put my voice down here and maybe have a little bit of a jovial response. And perhaps one day, Haseo can get stronger. Someday, he can fight me, Haseo! No. Okay, that most certainly didn't sound like Ovan, but Ovan's voice is definitely easy for me because his voice, you know, all I gotta do is just drop it down right here, relax the vocal cords, and speak as though I know what I am talking about. And, you know, all I got to do is use metaphor and use elaborated language, act all mysterious, act all kind, sort of. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I have done. Yeah, I definitely know how to do Ovan's voice. Haseo's is a little bit weird for me because it's just my voice, but I mean I think it works very well. I also voiced back in episode 1. I also voiced Eoten. I know it doesn't seem like I voiced Eoten in episode 1, but I did. Let's see. How did I do that voice? I think I just tried to do a little bit of Gaspard, but I lowered the tone a little bit. Hey, you with the boat fascination. No, I believe that's what. I believe that's what the line was. Yeah, no, I mean Eoten was more there. Ovan Avatar boss fight from Volume 3 still gives me nightmares. Oh, absolutely. The fact that you need to use Data Drain twice against a guy with a giant arm cannon, and I think now if I could be wrong, I think he also spammed Data Drain himself, so it got pretty annoying to fight him in Volume 3. You know. It's just, oh boy. Ovan was definitely a character to fight. Like, certainly, he definitely gave a lot of us some issues. I mean, I remember, I'm pretty sure it was Volume 3. So, we were going through this random dungeon. I only had Adley with me because I'm thinking, okay, it's just part of, just a random dungeon that we have to go through. But no, Ovan was at the end, and it was just me and Adley. I did not have a third person to help. Oh boy, talk about a hard mode. Talk about a hard mode indeed. Dun-dun-dun. And we are going to break here in about 3 minutes, so I'm keeping track of that just in case. Gotta keep track of that. Boom. 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 Dun-dun-dun. Da-da-da-da. Woo! 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 Da 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 ba la ba ba la la ba la ba 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 ba. Dun 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 da da dun da da dun. Dee doo dee doo dee doo doo boom bum 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 bum. We go. The part that makes that fight frustrating is when you have to hit the ball right back at him. Be perfectly still. If you move the left stick at any point, oh well, hope you're enjoying repeating. Oh, absolutely. You know, that tennis match thing, it got pretty annoying a bit. Again, I think for me, it was mostly the data drain aspect, like having to line up, because the data drain sphere, sometimes goes at a curve. It tries to track the opponent, but the curvature of the bullet is just so small that it can be pretty difficult to actually hit the target. And then with Ovan, you have to hit him twice with data drain. One data drain is not enough. You have to hit him twice. So, yeah, if you mess up, you gotta do the whole battle all over again. You got to do it again and again and again and again and again. Woo woo. Ooh. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. We're going slay some goblins now. Slay the goblins now. Slay some goblins now. Right, 600 And 52. Got 652 so far. We just need 300. So we get to level 32. Oh. And the Avatar boss fight wasn't really that hard. Yeah, I mean, it was just more kind of annoying to an extent, but it wasn't too bad. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, I got what you mean. Alright guys, break time is coming up, so get yourself a snack and a nice little drink, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we are back with some more dot hack. Let us continue, shall we? Let us go. Da 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 da. Wee 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 wee. Na 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 na. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bumpa, here we go. We just need at least 300 more. There we go. We're getting close. We're getting close to that 1,000. Getting close to 1,000. A big old 1,000 mark. And then... Hi, Coon. Hey, Pie. Pie Poo. Did I just call Pie Poo? Okay. Oh, that's going to be her name now. Da, da, da. Oh, no. No, I can't be thinking. Oh, my goodness. Da, 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 la, 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 la. Why do I have this tune stuck in my head now? Boom, boom. Here I go. We fight the goblins for that single EXP here today. Da, 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 da. Boom, boom. If I was a character in anime, I'd like to be the one side character, and somehow everyone likes. For some reason, I would never know why. Honestly, you know what? That's a good idea. You know, being a side character I would say is probably a lot better than being the main character, because when you're the main character, everyone expects you to solve their issues for them. Sure, you might support them in the problem solving, but really, it's all on them. If they mess up, that's on them. You're just here for the ride. It's kind of, you know, that's a good mindset to have. You know, everyone likes you. No one likes the protagonist. Because, you know, if you're someone like Kazuma, then you know. The side characters is where it's at. You know, you got it right. Yeah, side characters are a lot better than main characters to an extent, depending on what it is. Personally, you know, Konosuba, great show. Kinda don't like Kazuma. However, I do like characters like Aqua and Darkness. Because they're well written and they have personalities that stand out from one another. Da, 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 da. Bum. Bada bum bum. Da da da. Da da da. Wee 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 woo. Boop. 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 So many goblins. So little time. I do not know a good rhyme. Come on, get over here. 9267. Are we going to get to that legendary 4-9 score like that? I do not count sneak attacks as reaching max damage. I'm only counting regular damage as reaching max damage. Poke. 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 We're doing so much wind damage too. Not just 9,000 damage, but also 1,400 wind damage as well. These guys are, yeah, no, we're just breezing right through them. Yeah, take my drink. I drink. I hope everyone is having a good night. I hope everyone is having a fun time, good times. Other isekais I like are ReZero, Overlord. Yes, Overlord is so good. I just got into that recently. Ainz Argol is one of my favorite characters. Jobless Reincarnation. I don't think I've heard of that one. Oh yeah, and Moonlit Fantasy for good measure. I'm usually not into the isekai genre, which is weird because you like Dot Hack. And if you really think about it, Dot Hack is an isekai. Your main character is sent to a different world where you control that version of yourself. Because if you think about it, we don't control Haseo. We control Ryu Misaki, who controls Haseo. So really, Ryu Misaki is an isekai, protagonist. If you really want to think about it. And if you need further convincing that Dot Hack is an isekai, there's a scene in Volume 2 where they become isekai into the world. Their consciousness gets sent to their player characters. They become comatose outside. I am convinced Dot Hack is an isekai. So, I'm just saying it. I'm surprised you don't like isekais when Dot Hack is an isekai. Do do do. Da 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 da. I don't like have anything against isekai. It just wasn't really appealed to me all that much compared to stuff like dark fantasy. Oh, absolutely. Hey, everyone's got their own interests. Like for me, I like high fantasy stories, but I could also enjoy a little bit of a steampunk setting. You know, I do like dark horror, dark fantasy. What is it sound like that? I mean, I can do sci-fi. I can like enjoy some sci-fi games. I used to watch Gundam a lot growing up, but not so much these days. But yeah, hey, I can enjoy pretty much any type of genre that's put in front of me, because I'm willing to give anything a try in terms of games. I played some good games. I played some bad. I played some in-between games that made me sad. Alright, there we go. Boom. We used the Gale Blade. So many healing orbs. So little time. Wee. Pi and Kun are just wondering, Haseo, what are you doing wasting all your time in this one dungeon? I need to get stronger, so that way I can fight Tri-Edge. But is this really the easiest way? Yes. One experience per enemy is the easiest way I know how to gain so much more experience. Poke. Woo, we got a tornado. Tornadoes? Oh, always nice. Do love good tornado spell. Kind of fitting since we're using wind element. Hey, another tornado. Tornadoes are really nice. We're getting a whole lot of a tornado spell. I'm definitely gonna have to train him off to Hanako later. I still have the urge, or no, what was I saying? I still have to get Ultra Age. I can't even read. I still have to get Ultra Age once I get my PC repaired. Ain't the best game ever, but I enjoyed solely PS1 voice acting and its gameplay. I only played the demo. Interesting. When we say PS1 voice acting, are we talking Resident Evil style voice acting? You almost became a Jill sandwich. Or are we talking like something like it's cheesy, but I mean it's good voice acting, like Fire with the Dragon,
I can't wait to find some nasty Nork.
So which kind of voice acting are we going with here for PS1 voice acting? Good PS1 voice acting or bad PS1 voice acting? I'm okay with either. Resident Evil? What's this about Resident Evil, Titan? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's called Resident Evil, not President Evil. Oh, Resident Evil. Oh, okay. It does rhyme. Yes, Titan, it does rhyme. Resident Evil? Oh, okay. So, we're going with the Joe sandwich here. After all, you are the master of unlocking. Wait! Don't open that door! Man, original Resident Evil was just a hoot. Voice acting was cheesy as hell, but it's got a charm to it, you know? I'm trying to think, what other lines from Resident Evil do I remember? I think that's mostly all the lines I remember from the original Resident Evil. I just remember that, you know, like it's charming in the set. It's so bad it's good. Like you remember the lines because of the delivery and how they go about it. Because you could tell that they wrote the script first without explaining the context behind everything going on. It's so bad that's good needs to be its own genre, game genre. It really should. It needs to be its own genre. Oh yeah, I know you're serious. Honestly, it should be. Like there should be like a category for games that they're like they're not great, but you remember them for the charming whatever, you know? Like Resident Evil's voice acting. I think what other PS1 games? I enjoyed the Beyblade game, though it can be repetitive. Like the PS1 Beyblade, pretty fun game, you know, on small bursts of entertainment. Definitely Crash Bandicoot 1 for. I mean, I would say that would be Crash Bandicoot 1 is not bad, but it's definitely janky, and there is some BS stuff to that game. Let's see what else. What other PS1 games do I remember? I don't remember the name of the game, but it was a PS1 game. You end up building tanks and you were fighting other tanks. I can't remember the name of it. Like you get to customize your tank. You move in a like a 3D space, like in a small grid. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. Am I the only one who gets a little bit of fray when they try to recommend people stuff, mainly because it's very nice or trying just people not getting into the genre as well. Let's say, I don't think you're the only one. Like, when I was introduced to say .hack.gu, like. My friend at the time was like, oh, hey, you should play this game. Yeah, what is it about? Okay, you play as a guy who's playing a video game. That was my introduction to this series. So, I can understand, like, just being a little bit, oh, niche. Oh! Niche! Excuse me! I read that wrong. I'm so sorry, Jay. Yeah. And who gets a little bit, try to recommend people stuff and but it's very niche, or just not into the genre as a whole. Yeah. I guess it's just how it is presented to you, you know? I'm guessing, like, when it comes to, like, games you're not familiar with, if it's recommended it to you, it's just, like, how do you describe something to someone who has never heard of a game before? I remember, like, when I was young, Bee-Boo! Bee-Boo, my friend, you're summoning the Chim. Let's go. Let's summon the Chim. Let's go ahead and summon this one. You got the gold Chim. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Da 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 big example that comes to my head is Chris Tale. It is a game that is very dear to my heart, and it's very hard to recommend considering not many people are into RPGs. I would say maybe nowadays there are more people who are into RPGs, so you're definitely going to find someone who might enjoy it. Like back then, maybe not so much. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am doing pretty good. I am doing pretty well for myself. Now, it is my day off. My birthday's coming up. You know, I turned 31 on Tuesday. I'm gonna have a big old stream. I'm gonna be streaming for 7 hours on Tuesday. You know? Yes, I know. It is surprising. I do age, much like everyone else on Earth. Happy early birthday! Yes! Yes, thank you. Oh, also, Bibu, NeoJ over YouTube says hi. And, you know, Bibu is doing the axolotl tail wag, you know. Happy birthday. Yeah, I turned 31 on Tuesday. It's a number. Contrary to popular belief, I do age. I am not immortal. Though that would be funny if I was and I was just pulling a wool over everyone's eyes. I am secretly an immortal god. And Bibu says, hello, DOJ. Yes, hello. But see, I like this. Inter-platform communication. Man, I wish there was some way we could do that. Just combine the two chats from the two different websites and have you all interact all at once. I wish we could do that somehow. But sadly, there's not a technology yet to do it. Woo! We are so close to level 32. And I'm going to stop at level 32 because by the time we finish, it will be getting pretty late, and I'm already getting a couple of little tired spells. But you know, for more details on the birthday celebration, for the first half of the birthday celebration, I think I'm going to start between. I'll either start streaming between. You know, now think about it, I think I'll start between 3 and end at around 10. You know, depending on what, like some other people, I'm going to bring some other people for the stream as well, you know, for group play at the end. I highly recommend Chris Tale, but I recommend waiting for a sale because it's not bad, it's just mainly to save money. Chris Tale, I definitely will check that out. A game I recommend, if you haven't played already, the Lunar series. Lunar Silver Star Story, if you can find it. I think they just had a port released not that long ago. I don't know if you've ever played that, but it is a good turn-based RPG. I think you'd like it. Let's see, Chris Tale. I'm gonna have to remember the game. Here we go. Boom ba dum ba dum. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the birthday stream at around 3 o'clock. That way I can have my morning to myself and get something ready. For the first 4 hours, we're gonna be switching between 2 games, and then we're gonna take an hour break. When I say an hour break, it will be like a just chatting section where I'll be having some dinner, and chatting with you guys. I'll probably order some Subway or something. It's kind of like we all chat with each other. And then afterwards, we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy IV. And then we're going to have like one big group game with some of the other cool people that we got. Like maybe Okami, maybe Jade, maybe Maya. We'll see. I'll have to talk to them to see if they're available in the late evening, but we're gonna have one big group game. And I'm thinking, when is this? Oh, my birthday, July 22nd on Tuesday. Yep, this Tuesday. I have taken off Tuesday. We're gonna do a 7-hour stream. We're gonna do, July 22nd. It's my birthday, that's when we're doing it. And we are going to go and do 4 hours of 2 different games. I'll have to decide. Okay, slay, yes! I shall slay whatever is in front of me. During those days, yes. I shall do the slaying on the birthday sleigh, the sleigh for the birthday. Yes. The sleigh ride of the birthdays. I don't know. I shall do the slaying. yes, it'll be 2 sets of games, like for the first half of the stream, and then I will have a just chatting section where I'll be eating some Subway, chatting with you guys, and just kind of like having a good old time. We'll play some Final Fantasy IV after that hour's up, and then we'll finish it off with a group game. You know, like one big hurrah to end the birthday stuff. Wee 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 woo. And luckily, I have Monday off as well, so hey, you know, I'll technically have a 2-day vacation from everything. Because, you know what? I don't feel like working on my birthday. Who wants to work on their birthday? I sure don't. No. I'm trying to figure out what game I should play for the evenings. I want to see, if it's not too expensive, Guilty as Sock. I have seen clips of that game rolling around. I want to see if I can end up buying that for... Another game that is in the It's So Bad It's Good category is Rise Eternia. Why does that name sound familiar? It is a tactical RPG that is very unique gameplays that I really like, but its story is very lackluster. But Rise Eternia is getting a sequel. Ooh, okay. We have 3 games already. Okay, so this will be a quadrilogy then, sort of. Okay, alright. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I do like myself some tactical gameplay. Tactical games are right up my alley. I do like strategizing, and planning out my units, gaining that experience. Let's see, what other games do I recommend? Back and forth recommending games. I remember there was a game on the PSP that I don't know if I still have. I think it was called the White Knight Chronicle. It was kind of this RPG. It was an RPG, I remember, but a fantasy Power Ranger-esque game. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's an RPG, like fantasy RPG, where you can transform into like these Kamen Rider or Power Ranger-esque forms. I believe it's called White Knight Chronicles for the PSP. It was very slow gameplay wise, but might still have it. I'll probably have to look into that game. That's a game I recommend. It's okay gameplay wise. It is a little bit slow, but just the idea of fantasy Power Ranger, it should bring some excitement too. Should bring all the excitement. Da da da. Boom. Ba da da da. I'm doing well, Streamlabs. How about yourself? Are you doing good, Streamlabs? Are you calmed down from this from earlier in the stream? You're not gonna ban anyone else? You're gonna be a good bot? Now, if you're going to continue to be a bad bot, I might just, replace you with Nightbot. Nightbot will be the primary. See? Look. At least Nightbot is being nice. All of you are beautiful and hope you're enjoying the stream. Nightbot at least tells us we're beautiful. What are you going to do, Streamlabs, huh? No answer? Yeah, that's what I thought, Streamlabs. Boom, boom, boom. Poke. Hit a poke. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. We are almost at level 32. We almost have it. We almost got it. Almost need it. Almost wants it. Almost got it. Just a little tip if you decide to play Rise Eternia. I strongly recommend investing in the hero tree, not the generic tree. Why? What's wrong with the generic tree? Is it just like so many bad abilities, or just like or maybe it's just like on cooldowns, or maybe the damage isn't there? Like, what's the difference between the hero tree and the generic tree? I mean, hence, the names are kind of... Because the hero tree sounds like, oh man, you get all these cool abilities. The generic tree is like 1% to 1% experience. You get an extra rock. Or something like that, right? Ooh, excuse me. Pew 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 pew. Woo! I wonder, what other games do I recommend? What games do I recommend, you guys? I'm thinking of all the games I've played over the years. Most of the generic tree is usually just regen, extra gem slots. Oh, Jay, I mean, that actually sounds pretty cool. I do like regeneration effects. I mean, why should I have to use a potion every time I want to heal when I could just let the game regen me forward, you know? I mean, regeneration sounds pretty cool. And extra gem slots? I don't know what that means, but it's, I mean, hey, it's extra stuff. It is the extra stuff. I mean, just imagine a good regen build, you know? You're just gaining 90% of your HP every turn. You got the extra gem slots to include another 10%, you know? I don't know if that actually works like that, but... I mean, you're making a case for me to try the generic tree, you know? Because, look, I do like regen star effects. The reason why I say invest in the heritage is because once you get the first archer, you practically break the game. Oh, so you're saying I should avoid archer and go for a regen build, so that way I don't break the game. Okay. Oh, hero tree. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you meant, though. So you're saying I should... So you're saying I should avoid the hero tree and just focus on the gems and the healing, passive healing, so that way I don't break the game from archer. Got it. Got it. See? You know? That sounds like a good deal. Honestly, I think that would make for a silly build. You know, just have like, you have no offensive traits, but you just regen a whole lot of HP really fast. Yeah, that is your ability. You just regen HP very, very fast. Nice. Alright, come on, swords. Come on, swords. Boom, boom. Hey, we got the, oh, hey, another tornado. Tornadoes are always nice. I do like using tornadoes. The gluttonous build. Yes, the gluttonous build. I do not wish to be having an empty belly. I'm going to have all the regen and all the gems. You know? Who needs offensives when you got massive HP defenses? You know, I kind of did something similar with Breath of Fire 3. There's a character that starts off at level 1, which is, man, he is very weak early on, but if you build him right, he becomes an absolute tank. Like, his name is Pico, and, like, in that game, you can, like, he has such high of an HP gain threshold that he can have almost double the amount of max HP end game than a single character would. So, just imagine, say like one character's max HP is 200. Pico would have 400 HP and can recover 10% of his max HP per turn. Think of it this way, you're recovering 40 HP every single turn. Oh yeah, and you get the reprisal effect, meaning that like 70% of the time you get hit, you just counterattack a standard hit. So you're recovering damage, you have a large HP pool, and you're doing a lot of damage. That is gluttonous. I do like the gluttonous build. I do like being gluttonous, as it were. Do like all the gluttonous. We're so close. We are so close to level 32. We're getting close to it, friends. Very, very close. 32 is just around the corner. It is right in front of us. We just need to go and get the experience. All of the experience. This experience. That experience. Your experience. 120 more experience and then we shall be fine and dandy. Dandy and fines for the dandies. And we got that. Honestly, it is interesting to see that the wind element can proc twice. Am I the only one who thinks that RPGs are set in? I can't breathe. Am I the only ones that think that RPGs that are set in modern day world are very rare? Oh, absolutely. I think the only examples I could think of RPGs set in like a modern setting, like not like a futuristic setting or even a medieval setting, but just like a modern day setting, would probably have to be Persona, like the Persona series. Because all those games, at least from what I can remember, are set in like a modern setting, like I would say in Persona 5's case, like just kind of like our modern day, like 2020s or something. Maybe it might not be 2020 in the setting of the game, but it just feels like a modern day setting. Or even, I don't know, is the Yakuza games an RPG? I could be wrong. Wait, I think they. I'm gonna have to look that up. I might be thinking wrong. Like when I say Yakuza, the Yakuza series, I know they are sort of beat 'em up RPG. Am I using that right? Probably not. Oh, so I was right. Yakuza. Yakuza. I would count Yakuza as an RPG. Love it. I have never played the Yakuza series. I've seen so much about it, but I've never actually experienced it. Now tell me, guys, like your examples, you know, like your experience with the Yakuza series. How are the games? And what do you recommend someone trying them out for the first time? Like, which game do you think would be good for a first-time player? Excuse me. It's one of my faves. I made a lot of fan art for it. Oh wow, nice. That means you definitely know like what what game I should start with. Then, because I know there's a lot of games in the series, but I want to make sure that I start off in the right place. You know? Because they look interesting. They look like fun games. I just never really had much opportunity to try them out. You know? Boop. I have yet to play with myself, but I know that they're play them myself. I know they're very cheap. Yeah, and I know they're all on all platforms for the most parts, I think. So they should be widely available. And I know like some of them are from PS2, PS3 era, if I remember. Like maybe Yakuza's 1 and 2. I know there's going to be a new Yakuza game coming. Definitely Yakuza 0, but you can start with like a dragon. Okay, let's see. So definitely Yakuza 0. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because hey, it makes sense, you know, why you know, if you're gonna start with the series, might as well start with a prequel series, you know, that has the 0 in it. Zero means it's the first one, right? Well, I know there's a 1, 2, and so on and so forth, but you know, Yakuza 0, I mean, that sounds like a prequel to the first one. So that sounds like something, that sounds like a good place to start the series. I believe the first Yakuza, Like a Dragon game is like $20, along with Yakuza 0. Oh, nice! You know what? Hey, if it comes in a bundle, I'm definitely going to be picking it up then. Because I'm looking for some games to pick up for my birthday. I'm definitely going to check them out. I only know because of other people play through those games. Yeah, I have seen like footage of some of the Yakuza games. I don't know which one is which. And I've definitely seen trailers for the new one. I think it's like it's like a Pirates Yakuza game that just looks so ridiculous, but it's funny at the same time. Like it gives me the feeling that this series doesn't take itself too seriously. which I like. I like it when games like can be serious, but is not afraid to get a little goofy too. Another series I actually want to try out though is Hitman as well. You know, I think I can get it for the PS2, but I've never actually gone through and played those games. Yeah, I believe Yakuza 0 came out after Yakuza 5. Oh, there's a 5. Oh, so there's 5 Yakuza games and Yakuza 0. Oh, okay, hang on. So there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 Yakuza games. Correct? So, starting with Yakuza 0 kind of makes sense. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then whatever this new one's going to be. I am making that assumption that that's kind of how it goes. Or I could be wrong and they could pull a Final Fantasy and just label, oh yeah, number 1 is actually the 3rd game in the series, and number 4 is actually the 2nd game in the series. Boop. Boop. Like a Dragon is... Oh, there's 7. There's 7. Okay, so no, wait a minute. 8 games. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I gotta think this out. Okay, so Like a Dragon is Yakuza 7. Then there's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is Yakuza 8. Okay, so there's 9 Yakuza games. 1 through 8. Is that what I'm getting? And I believe Yakuza Like a Dragon had a sequel called Wealth. Okay. Oh yeah, like people said, yeah, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Okay, so there are 8 Yakuza games. You recommend starting with 0, kind of makes sense because it sounds like a prequel. So Infinite Wealth, I mean that sounds like a cheat code rather than a game. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna play Yakuza, but I'm gonna have infinite wealth. I'm not gonna deal with money, you know. But why you need to deal with money with a Yakuza game? I could just cheat infinite wealth. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting when I'm reading that title, but it sounds fun. It sounds good. And I've always wanted to actually try it for the most part, so Yakuza 0 is definitely what I'm going to be checking out first, and just kind of going from there. I'm trying to think what other games that I've wanted to try, but I have played before, but it's just kind of lingered in the back of my mind. Like, there's a lot of games I played that I wish I remember. I could see the images in my head, but I just can't remember the names of them. It's weird. Have any of you guys felt that? Like, you remember something specific, but you can't remember the name of it? I think what GU needs is his own version of Yakuza 0, his own dedicated prequel game. I would say, yeah, probably. Maybe if it's, like, it was a prequel to maybe Roots, maybe, like, an introduction, like, hey, this was the start of the World War II, and it had its own issues, you know? I think that would be pretty fun. You know, maybe we play as Ovan as he started up the Twilight Brigade. I think that would be pretty cool. Because we really don't know what happened to the players that were initially in the Twilight Brigade. We just know what happened after the fact. You know? Boom. Boom. Alright, we are coming so close to that 1,000 mark. We are so very close. Very, very close. I gotta take my sip of my protein drink. Gotta get that protein and the vitamins in. There we go. Getting those vitamins. All the vitamins. You know, the vitamins. 949. We need 51 experience left. And I think that is about 4 runs? I think. Yeah, I would say about 4 runs. Then there's the whole spin-off game of Infinite Wealth. And, okay, hang on. Yakuza Infinite Wealth. Wait a minute, so, hang on. So, let me get this straight. So, there is games 1 through 8. The last one being Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but you're saying that there's a spin-off series called Yakuza Infinite Wealth, and then there's Yakuza Ishin, which takes place in a whole other setting unrelated to the main story. And then there's the man who erased his name. And then there's Judgment 1 and 2. Oh my god, so we're looking at like 12 games in this series? Which takes place around Yakuza 6, but doesn't involve the main characters. Oh, my brain hurts. Oh no! Don't hurt your brain! I mean, my brain already hurts. So I'm looking at 12 games here. Like 11 or 12 games by the looks of it. So there's Infinite Wealth, the Ishin, and then the two Judge. Oh wait a minute. And then there's okay. So 13. Like I think I'm counting 13 games here. I could be wrong. We can only dream as long as Dot Hack is under the chokehold of Bandai we're doing. Well, here's the thing. I remember seeing this maybe a month or two ago, but Bandai Namco announced that, hey, you know, if you want to work on our properties, we can give you permission for it. You know? And one of the games that they have, game series that they have listed was Dot Hack. That, you know, Bandai's giving, you know, permission to, hey, do stuff, you can do stuff with these properties. Again, I wish I had the link or like where it said all of that, but I think it was on their website. So I was just thinking, hey, anyone who wants to pick up a Dot Hack series, they can work with Bandai, you know, do all that good stuff. To be honest, you don't have to play all those games, but there's so many games, lol. Literally just play the 8 games and you'll be good. Okay, great. Because that's a lot of games. I mean, hey, especially if the spin arts are not as good as the main games, then I think the main games are probably what to be focused on, especially since they seem to be disconnected from the actual games, you know? Because, you know, we gotta do things in order. We gotta start at number 0, you know, Yakuza 0, then we gotta go to Yakuza 3, then go back to Yakuza 1, and then we gotta go to like a dragon, but, you know, we gotta go back to 6. I think that's the order I'm going to play. I'm going to play the mishmash. I'm sure I won't get confused by playing the games mishmash. Mishmash? Mishmash. You gotta mix and match. You gotta mix and match games. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And poke. Alright, goblins. This is giving me Kingdom Hearts PTSD. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you got Kingdom Hearts 1, then you got Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, then you got Kingdom Hearts 2, then you got Kingdom Hearts 358 Half Days, then you got Kingdom Hearts Recoded, then you got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, then you got Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, then you got Kingdom Hearts 3, then you got Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, then you got Kingdom Hearts back cover, then you got Kingdom Hearts 3, and then there's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4 here soon. You just don't play the sequel. You gotta play the prequel that came with the sequel. You're so right. It's really giving Kingdom Hearts. Oh, absolutely. Like, it sounds like it. Oh yeah, like these are not like they're not connected, but they're going to be important to the main story. And honestly, real talk about Kingdom Hearts. I hope that Kingdom Hearts just doesn't do too many side games. I think one of the issues with Kingdom Hearts series is that there's just a lot of side material that is considered very important to the plot. You know, let's take Chain of Memories for instance. Has a lot of important plots in it about some of the characters that, you know, are involved with the sequel games. However, everything that happens in Chain of Memories is null and void because Sora forgets it all. And the only one who remembers it is Riku. But Riku, like, as far as I'm aware, Riku has never brought up Castle Oblivion ever again. Like, ever again. And then the whole thing nominate stuff and Recoded is just kind of moot because you're playing as digital Sora. Not actual Sora, but Digi-Sora. A fake Sora. With a fake Keyblade. That's trying to figure out the Think Nominee. Yeah, Chain of Memories was a game. No, don't get me wrong. I love Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories was the game that actually got me into the series, and I will be forever grateful that the game exists. However, my issue with Chain of Memories is that they gave Sora some really good character development that kind of changed the dynamic of his, I guess, personality and just kind of how he goes through things, and then all that growth is erased because his memories get wiped at the end. Yeah, he doesn't remember everything he went through at Castle Oblivion. Yep, that's all moot. No one tells him anything otherwise. Excuse me. I really did like Riku's arc in Dream Drop. Oh yeah, Riku's story is a lot better than Sora's. I'm sorry. I know Sora's the protagonist and he's the face of Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts is really about Riku. That's the only Kingdom Hearts game that I played in my entire life. Honestly, dude, Jay, I would say pick up the collection, like the Kingdom Hearts collection. I think they're go for very cheap now, like on sale every now and then. Like, you'll probably get the entire collection for like maybe 20 or 30 bucks now. So I think you will like the other games. I liked Re-Channel Memories, and I couldn't play the original. I can understand why you couldn't play the. Hey, we leveled up! Woo! We leveled up! Level 32! I can understand why you won't play the original, because I played the original. In fact, it's actually on my, it's one of the first streams I ever did on YouTube. And, well, it has its issues. For one, the ending was pretty difficult with Riku's story. And some of the boss battles were just kind of boosh. I mean, while you can cheese a couple encounters with some slides, like you can with Rechain, because it is on a 2D plane, you have much more room for error if you get caught by an attack. And plus, sometimes I think the game cheats. I think the game cheats. There, I said it. Chain of Memories cheats every chance it gets. Not really. But alright. We have made it to level 32. Let's go ahead and save our progress. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and change the results we have. So, our current time for this is 52, 53, 06. So we've done 52 hours, almost 53 hours of this. And the amount of experience we need to get to level 33, I think it is. Let me see. Chain of Cheaters, the game. Yeah, it is a cheat. The game cheats any chance it gets. And so we need now 17,993 for the experience. 17,997. Yeah, excuse me, 997 experience. Now, for the amount of battles we need to divide this number by 3. Because we get, 3 experience per battle. So, let me see. 17,997 divided by 3. We are sub 6,000. We just need to do less than 6,000 battles. I don't know why it says enemies. I need to rename it as battles. Battles. So we need to do 5,999 battles to complete the challenge. To complete this challenge, we need to go and complete almost 6,000 battles. Look at this, guys. We are sub 6,000 battles. We got 17,000 more experience left before we end this challenge. I'm guessing by the end of this, we're going to be sitting at around 80 hours. I'm going to guess 80 hours for the end time. The end time of this entire run. Yes, woohoo! Yeah! We're doing it. We're doing great, guys. Doing it live. And so, this is in fact where I am going to end it for tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me here tonight and going through this. I know we had a rocky start at the beginning of this session, but I will figure out what Streamlabs was doing earlier and get that sorted. No one is getting banned. No one is allowed to get banned. And so, If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button. It's absolutely free. Or you can head into our Discord, which I will provide a link right now for the Twitch side of things. Or if on YouTube, you can go ahead and also... excuse me. Actually, wait a minute. Can I do this on... okay, it's not gonna let me go. Okay. Anyway, you can also head to our Discord, which is also in the description of this VOD below. Good night, Jay. Good night, Nights. Good nights, everyone. Good night, Boo Boo. Let's see, who else was here? I think it was just you three tonight. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was you three tonight. Yes. I hope everyone has a good night. Oh, also, I'm a .hack YouTuber. I do .hack topics for .hack people, and yes, stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a wonderful night.